Last month, the world of AI was crazy, and I think I couldn't miss this on my channel. OpenAI launched its demo live stream just one day before Google's AI Live event. Coincidence? I think not. The world of artificial intelligence is pretty heated up, so let's dive into the news. Last month, two live streams broke the internet, one from Google I/O and another from OpenAI, about the new ChatGPT 4o. Want to know which one is better? I'll tell you in this video. Say hello to VEO, Google's new AI video tool that promises high-quality videos in the blink of an eye. Is it really that good? Meanwhile, at Apple, thousands of iPhones had a bug that was bringing back deleted intimate photos. Also, check out the new feature on iPads and iPhones that lets you control them with your eyes. Sony announced a new robot with the amazing ability to perform microsurgeries. For the first time in history, non-astronauts will be walking in space thanks to SpaceX. Find out how. I'm WVX, and you'll see all this and more on my channel right after the intro. Welcome to the AI fight. OpenAI and Google are back in the ring, and this time, it's a voice battle. In one corner, we have OpenAI's GPT-4o, promising conversation so smooth you'll want to share your deepest secrets. In the other corner, there's Google's Gemini Live, lagging behind like a slowpoke. GPT-4o, an assistant that feels like it came straight out of a sci-fi show, offers chats so good you might wonder if you're talking to a machine or a Hollywood actor. OpenAI showed off in their live demo, doing everything from telling bedtime stories to solving math problems, probably more useful than some of your co-workers. On the other side, Google's Gemini Live is still getting ready for the big show. It promises an assistant that can help with anything, from interview prep to finding your glasses. But so far, we've only seen promises and a vague release date. While GPT-4o is ready to jump into our phones and lives, Google's Gemini Live is still backstage warming up. The big question is, when Gemini Live finally steps up, will it keep pace with GPT-4o or lag behind trying to catch up? So in short, while we wait for Google to stop delaying and finally join the ring, OpenAI's GPT-4o might already be winning hearts and minds. Who will win this AI race? Only time will tell, but for now, it looks like GPT-4o is in the lead. Now, putting the AI fight aside, let's talk about Google VEO, Google's latest attempt to convince us that we can all be filmmakers without getting off the couch. Announced at the Google I/O conference last month, VEO promises to generate high-quality 1080p videos from simple text prompts. Just imagine, 1-minute videos that don't look like they were edited by a bored chimpanzee. During the announcement, Demis Hassabis, the genius behind Google DeepMind's AI lab, hyped up VEO as if it was the biggest revolution since microwave popcorn. They even showed off some examples, of course, the best ones. One example was an aerial view of a crowded beach, with details so good you could almost count the sunburns. But here's the catch. While VEO seems ready to take over Hollywood, the reality might be a bit different. Hassabis was vague about where all this beautiful training material came from. Some of it might have been borrowed from Google's own YouTube, because of course, when it comes to data, who better to mine than your own users? Anyway, for those eager to get their hands on VEO and start their filmmaking career, hold your horses. VEO is currently available only to a select group of creators. For everyone else, there's a wait list, probably longer than the line, to get the first iPhone release. So grab a coffee, sit tight, and prepare for a long wait, because getting into VEO's exclusive club is harder than understanding the ending of Inception. In the end, Google's VEO could really change how we create and watch videos, or it could be just another AI promise that doesn't quite deliver. Either way, the light show at Google I/O was pretty convincing, so at least they nailed the entertainment part. Imagine this, you update your iPhone, expecting some security improvements and maybe a new emoji or two, and you're innocently showing some photos to your girlfriend, and what pops up? Those old photos of your ex from 5 years ago that you swore you deleted forever. Yes, with this new update, Apple has accidentally turned your iPhone into an embarrassing time machine. And we're not just talking about those cool hairstyles you had back in the day. No, my friend, we're talking about those nudes you were sure had been thrown into the digital abyss. That's right, the nudes you deleted in a moment of regret are now back and making surprise appearances in your gallery. Thanks, Apple, who needs privacy anyway. For those thinking this is a one-off incident, think again. Reddit users and beta testers have reported the same issue, making it clear this bug could affect many people. So if you're thinking about updating, maybe hold off for a bit. In less embarrassing news, Apple has also released updates for iPhones and iPads, introducing AI features that let you control your device with just your eyes and voice. Yes guys, the era of tech telepathy is here, and it's not as cool as the movies make it seem. First up, we have eye tracking. This means you can now command your iPhone just by looking at it in a certain way. Want to open an app? Stare at it intensely. Want to close it? Blink dramatically. It's the perfect interface for anyone who's always wanted superpowers but thought moving things with your mind was too much work. All jokes aside, this will be great for accessibility and help those who need it. So, while Apple continues its path to turning us all into cyborgs with their AI features, we can only wait and see how these new tools will actually work. Because as we know, nothing can go wrong when you give full control of your digital life to AI, right? So, if you thought Sony just made PlayStations and TVs, you were very wrong. Now they want to operate on our veins with a surgical robot capable of stitching a grain of corn. Presented in a display of microscopic precision, this robot is not just a fancy toy. It's the promise to turn any average person into a super microsurgeon without shaky hands. The magic starts with this surgical assistant, which operates in areas smaller than 1 millimeter. That's thinner than the tip of a pencil, by the way. And it not only works with the delicacy of Kim Jong-un's hairdresser, but also changes its tools automatically. Imagine a machine that doesn't need an assistant to hand over the scalpel. But don't get it wrong. We're not talking about an autonomous robot that does everything by itself while the surgeon takes a coffee break. This is a teleoperation system where surgeons control the machine with great movements, turning potentially shaky hand gestures into high-precision procedures. It's like playing a video game where you save lives instead of spending XP. Tested on animals and aiming to make easy peasy a technique that once required years of practice and superhuman steady hands, Sony's robot is here to prove that technology can put anyone in control of surgeries that once seemed like science fiction. And for those worried about learning, it looks like you can now add microsurgeon to your CV with a bit of training in virtual reality. Isn't modern technology amazing? SpaceX didn't just want to reinvent space travel. Elon Musk decided to turn it into a circus show for billionaires with astronaut dreams. Polaris Dawn isn't just a mission, it's the whim of Jared Isaacman, a billionaire who clearly watched Interstellar too many times on Netflix. This mission is billed as the first all-civilian spacewalk, meaning no one on board has traditional astronaut training, but they all can afford the ticket to Isaacman's exclusive space club. And speaking of paying, this stellar adventure is less Houston, we have a problem, and more Houston, we maxed out the credit card. The crew will fly higher than any manned mission since the Apollo program. Picture this, a group of civilians trained for the occasion, trying not to press the wrong button while floating in the terrifying expanse of space, all dressed in what can only be described as the latest in space fashion, a suit that looks like both vacuum protection and a Halloween costume. And the cherry on top? They're doing this while trying to raise more funds for a children's research hospital. So yeah, we're literally throwing billionaires into space while helping kids in need. We have to admit it's a noble effort wrapped in a display of space ambition, ensuring that even if something goes wrong, at least it will go wrong in style.
Nice.
Anyway, Polaris Dawn might be a small step for these billionaires, but it's a giant leap for elite space tourism. Who needs deep space experience when you have a deeply stocked bank account? Thanks for watching my channel, and if you want to know what was the biggest failure of Elon Musk and Amazon, click on the video above. See you soon.